Yes, I did. I sent an email to the chief of Gilbert Police, Bryce or Angst. I'm not remembering who, but as I go through, if you subscribe to my channel, as I go through my court case, I'm going to try and address, I don't know, things that I want to address, causes of action, and ways to improve the way that Gilbert, Arizona treats mentally ill people. I have to stay small, I guess, right? So I am Beverly Calvo. I am the one that you see in the restraint chair screaming horribly. I don't remember it. I remember being attacked on the floor of the Gilbert police station. I didn't realize that they were trying to restrain me into a chair until until they charged me with assault on a police officer. I wanted the video because I didn't believe him, and now I know why I didn't believe him, because it was a bogus charge. I used to teach my daughter, you don't start a fight with somebody and then get pissed off when you lose it. And they wanted my blood. That's it. That's all they wanted was my blood. They didn't offer me any help, and they injured me. I have, when you see that kid cop twisting my arm like that, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. It's years later, but I'm hurt. I'm also old. Come on, guys. Hello. Okay, but I was bleached blonde, but hello. I was a mess. If they would have stepped back and taken a thought that probably this woman does not wear her dress inside out with no undergarments and her gardening shoes, screaming, "Help me." Probably this isn't something that this woman does every day. Officer Danielle Covey, Officer Alexander Ramos. It's probably unlikely that a woman with her dress on inside out and gardening shoes, screaming, "Help me, I'm mentally ill, I need my therapist," does this every day. I just need to let you know that, guys. People with mental illness behave for a reason, not just because. And you were wrong to do what you did. And I think that's why the charges were dismissed 3 days before I had my right to face my accuser. And then the complaint process afterwards was, I feel humiliated more for the police than anything. Detective Skapinski, cool name, but Skapinski, like, okay, we'll talk to you, and then 3 months later, okay, we closed it. Wait a minute, weren't you supposed to talk to me in their whole process here? And I'm sure they're going to say COVID, so whatever, because then Officer Lyle, which coincidentally, I was going to write a book. I am intending on writing a book, but when all this happened to me, I had this like sci-fi thriller where the cop was going to be a female, and her name was going to be Lyle, and I might still write it, maybe not. I'm approaching my 50s. It seems like people in their 50s are always thinking about writing a book, right? So anyway, maybe I'll write a book about this, but I do intend to go through my court case and see different ways for improvement. Coming back here, one of the things is recognition of mental illness in Gilbert. I'll be addressing that. So if you subscribe, we'll be talking all about Gilbert Youth and Adult Resources, which is a group of social workers that I guess they're the probation. I'm not really sure how that works, but I went through it, okay? But she specifically said to me, Gilbert does not recognize mental illness, and we do not intend to provide you with reasonable accommodations. This was Sarah Steen. not a lovely woman, an axe to grind, and she's chosen the right profession to just really, really get that anger out of her. She called the, so with mental health, you call a crisis team, and one of the risks is suicide. So if you have a crisis team called on you and they suspect that you could be suicidal, you go for a 24-hour hold, and it's very uncomfortable and it's very unpleasant, and it's not something that I've experienced. However, we'll get to what I've experienced throughout if you subscribe. But she decided to go ahead and do that. So one morning I'm sitting in the port, the fire station, the firemen come to my door, and I'm thinking, what the heck? So I have a cat, and I have a little cat toy mouse that when you move it, it goes squeak, 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 squeak. This fire department guy came in and stepped on it and jumped. Oh, I laughed. They were not finding any of it humorous. And I hope that they contacted Sarah and let her know, don't waste people's time. And don't be a dick, especially if somebody's mentally ill. Well, not especially, because everybody deserves to be treated fairly, and maybe not even fairly. Maybe they just need to be treated nice. And I guess that's all I needed, was just treat me nice. So I also am going to go into my paperwork that I have at the hospital, where they didn't document any of my bruises, and kept me in physical and what they call chemical restraint. So they gave me sedatives like twice, which I don't take anything, so I went berserko. And then the more berserko I went, the more meds they gave me. Dumbass Dr. Casey Crandell at Banner Gateway ER over there in Gilbert. Yeah, good guy. So all the complaints there went unheard too. I have all the responses back, so I feel comfortable addressing it this way to either find closure. I need to find closure for myself. I need to move forward. But this was hard. It's hard when you're treated like that. I think I mentioned that in the other video when I was all crying and everything. It's hard. You don't get over things that are that intense in your life, and you just never get over them. So, enough of that. I'm okay. We are going to end this, and I am going to learn more editing skills and the little 3D things. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not going to worry about my hair or my eyes or my crooked nose anymore. I've seen enough videos now. So please subscribe, and the next time we talk, I'm going to talk about the people that I learned about who have been either killed or injured because the police used a restraint chair. So going back to 1996, Scott Norberg, he was killed in Maricopa County in the restraint chair. I'm in Maricopa County. I was injured seriously, seriously injured in a restraint chair, and mentally injured in a restraint chair 20 years later. So something's wrong. Chief Sergeant Lyle did tell me that he's got 26 years experience on the force, so he's Maybe I need to be starting with those types of changes, that if you've seen the result of these things, Lyle, Officer Lyle, Sergeant Lyle, Lieutenant Lyle, do something about it. I don't know. Be a good cop. Be a good guy. Be a good citizen. You obviously have a lot of control over it. I expected more. I expected better. And I am a suburban, middle-class, middle-aged woman who lived in a bubble. I thought that volunteering for I just lived in a bubble. And if you subscribe, we'll get to know each other. I probably won't look so nervous and get more comfortable. I'm feeling a little embarrassed because my family's in the back and oh my gosh, they can hear me, but then, you know, I'm getting ready to blast this all to everybody and anybody who wants to listen to it, so I might as well suck it up and not get so vain about it, right? Okay, so please subscribe. I'm Beverly Calvo, and I'm going to be working on addressing a lot of issues that I found wrong with a 3-year court case. Okay, goodbye.